Hi everybody, I'm Margaret. Welcome to Card Readings. If you like this, right, put your thumbs up. Now, I had a few issues this week, and I'm gonna address them because some of them do make sense, some of it doesn't, and I'm gonna leave into. I might use this young man today. I got a message from a young man, and one thing is, I do this with a lot of people. When I say a person's name, I get it wrong most of the time. I'll be the first one to say it. I get it wrong most of the time. But I do have dyslexia. And part of my dyslexia is how I'm promoting a word, saying a word. I'm not going to say the word properly. It's the sound of the word. Unless you have a metric spell or a metric one, or you have a technique for me, it's not going to change. I can do this a million times with a reading or whoever, whatever I'm going to do on YouTube. I can talk to you face to face. It's not going to change. It's a disability. It's not just me playing games. It is a disability. I can't change it. Okay? It's just how it is. But the other thing this young man said, and I thought, I'm going to address this, and it's a good thing. I picked it up straight away too, and I do think it's part of me saying, yep, you got it right, or no, you got it wrong. I got the same person. I did a reading on him, and I'll talk about a greenhouse, yeah, and I didn't watch the news or anything, but he said, you just watched the news and got the information from that. No, I didn't, and I get where you're coming from. I do get where you're coming from, so I'm not going to be upset by that. But sometimes that's just a clue saying, Margaret, you got it right, yeah. And sometimes it's information that a person might be watching this and saying, yeah, she's kind of get it right, yeah, that kind of stuff. So for that reason, this person, I am going to I might do an update tomorrow for this person, because I kind of get where he's coming from. But it leads into this other thing, and it's, why would you do this? And I'm going to use me as an example. I hate sports. Anytime I would watch a sport, if someone around me likes watching sports. But besides that, I won't watch it. I don't like watching sports, as simple as that. So I just stopped watching sports, right? But it leads into this other message I got from this lady. And she talks about, I did a psychic reading for a missing person. And she says, you need to take this off as a religious Catholic person. I can't remember what she said. You need to take it off or you're going to go to hell. And I'm thinking to myself, why would you put yourself in a situation that you're not happy with? Why? If you're not happy with it, why are you going to watch it? I do give you all a heads up. When I start doing a reading, it's up to you. If you don't like it, you can turn it off. Yeah, I'll move away from it. And it makes no sense to me. Why would you put yourself in a situation where you're not happy with it? Why? I mean, and then I don't mean just with a missing person, in just a genuine reading on someone who's like indie from 100% hits, in ICS, stuff like that. Why would you watch something like that, or watch me do a reading like that if you're not happy with it? Why would you do it? Like, really? I know if I'm not happy with a psychic person, and there is one particular person on YouTube, I won't say their names, that I'm not happy with them, and I just won't watch them. And she's just, it's not Dark Rose, if you're wondering, it's not Dark Rose, it's someone else, and she's this contradiction, this lady is, and this lady just puts everyone down, she does, and I just won't watch her for that same reason. I think, why would I watch someone I'm not happy with? Yeah. So that's why I'm saying this with you guys. If you don't like me as a psychic person, take me off. I'm okay with it. I mean, it's not about fame and fortune. It's about helping someone who's missing. So if you're not happy with it, move on. I mean, simple as that, just move on. So it leads into something else, and this is, I'm going to say it's kind of like a projection, and it's not. But there's an ad on TV, it's coming on, I think it's, what is September this year? It's September the 14th, so it's Tuesday, in Melbourne, Australia. About, no, I don't know the name of the show at all. I just saw the ad and I go, there's a reason behind this. And there's a group of, I think the actors or singers, I can't remember, but they're meant to go and talk about a history. I don't know if it's just related to Australia or an overseas country, I don't know. But they do this with the Tipsy. I have an issue with this, and this is where the projection's coming into it. I would say this show won't last. This is not going to last, this show. I'm thinking to myself, maybe people are going to get in trouble for this too, because there's certain things related to this. And it's a bit above a projection in what I remember when I was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I don't watch sports like I said, but I hear sports going to cut back on ads and stuff like that related to smoking and drinking. And they're going to cut back on the drinking and smoking in the sports area kind of thing. I know they've done this with soccer, with football, because here in Australia, if you want to know, because I know people who go and watch football, like kind of playing cards and that kind of stuff. They have cut all that back, and for that reason, because it's kind of, from what I gather, it kind of gives them a bad rap. But it doesn't, it kind of, this was all on the media, but we're here in Australia, like I said, we've just kind of got this new show. It hasn't been on for, I don't think, anyway. I haven't seen it anyway, about a group of singers or actors gonna act at a scene of history somewhere in the world who is tipsy. Now, I'm sorry, and because you hear these people who are actors go, or news reporters or whatever you want to call them, they actually they say no to drinking. They do say no to drinking, stop, know your limits and all that, but they hit out putting actors and singers on a show who's got to be tipsy. And I think that's why it's not going to work. I know people when it comes, people question people when they go and watch the Logies, Australian Logies, like in our Logies or places in the world, they put people down when they're drinking. So I don't know how they're going to do this with the show. So it'd be interesting. I reckon the next, probably, it'll be 1 or 2 shows be in it, episodes with it, and then I think this is where people are going to come in and say, no, this is not right. You can't have one thing without the other. You just stop, and there was a thing, it was about probably 6 years ago, about a football game. I don't know what team it was, but I remember it was a football game. Team got tested for drugs. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what happens. They all got charged for this drug thing. I didn't watch the whole thing about it, but it was a big hoot-ha about it. One of them, the team was my boss's team, so that's how I knew about it. But I didn't really get into it because, like I said, sports, I don't like sports. So it kind of makes me think how we contradict ourselves. Like this whole Cobra thing, and I'm like, I'm not going to get into it. I won't get into it. But if you do have the chance, and if you got the DVD, or you can watch it on your app or whatever, the whole when Tony goes on the boat, we see Leggy and Jeffrey, where Sylvia thinks she's hearing things, but she doesn't know what it is. Where Tony thinks he's got this virus. At the end of the record, that's not a virus, but he thinks he's going to die from it. Yeah, where he's freaking out, telling Leggy about what to do, how to do it, kind of thing. Then there's another episode where a group of kids who have to get this virus and this little marks on their body. I don't know what the marks were, but when I watched that, what's his name? Donald Trump. It's right away Donald Trump. If you, and this was on, I think 100% hit as well, remember, Southern Cross, so it was on the radio. They're talking about, Donald Trump's talking about a group of kids in America who have a kids virus. It's connected to COVID, but it's not connected to COVID. This is just for the kids, not for the adults. So if you're an adult or an older person, you don't have to worry about this one. But when I saw this one, I thought, Donald Trump, straight away, Donald Trump. So if you got that, watch it, because it's interesting, because it leads into the whole COVID stuff. You watch it all, and then to a point this, I can't remember where Abby and everyone has to get tested, this place, and then it's not cages, but it's funny because I love this one, because Abby has this suit on for protection, so she doesn't get this thing, and she just keeps on wearing it. And she goes, and Tony goes, no, the guy goes, do we need to wear it? And she goes, no, I just like wearing it. I like the sound of it, so it made me laugh about that. But it leads into that. I just, like I said, it's just, why would we do things that we don't want to do? And particularly if there's signs out there, like if I can pick things up like that, I don't know why other people aren't picking up on it. Have we got this show? I can't remember the name. I think it's called The Couch. And it's a group of people just doing stuff, right? It's for Father's Day this year. This one this Saturday or Sunday, I don't know when it's on. And it's updated. But you can see these people just standing close to each other, talking about Father's Day. It's interesting, and we're meant to be 1.5 meters away from each other and all that, so it's really interesting. And I'm sure, I'm 100% sure that I'm not the only one picking this up, but we seem to want to follow it through. We just seem to want to follow it through, like wearing masks. I mean, we've all seen it on TV. You got your news, your radio, people on, and they put on YouTube or Facebook, whatever. No masks. Your prime ministers, no masks when they're talking on live, all that kind of stuff. Don't you find that really interesting? And why do we put ourselves through that situation? Why would we do that? Like, we know it's not true, we know it's not happening, but we want to put ourselves through that situation. And it's really interesting. Why do we do it? Like, we know it, but why do we do it? And that's where I'm going to leave it. So if you like, subscribe, put your thumbs up. See you for next time. Like I said, tomorrow I might do an update on this young boy. Like, I do agree what this young man said, and if I didn't do it, but I do agree what he said. So yeah, so I'll leave it at this, and see you next time. Bye.